Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and today we have an exciting new video in our Brick Sculpt Tree Sculptor series. That's right, this is the vine tree. Now this tree is super cool because it works both right side up and upside down. You'll see what I'm talking about here at the end, but let's go ahead and get started and show you how this awesome tree is made. Now this is a little bit smaller tree, so it's great for decorative, ornamental purposes, putting it in parks, front yards of houses. It would also work well as underbrush in a larger forest, but it's not a very large tree overall. First of all, we're going to start with a base. You can use whatever you like for a base. These are just what I use to display my trees. Now the trunk is going to be a little bit thinner because it is a smaller tree, so I'm going to use candlesticks. I use these real often. I've used them in a lot of the videos for the Tree Sculptor series. I always start with an inkwell piece. That's going to go down first. And then I have 3 candlesticks here. I'm going to stack my candlesticks up and put them on that inkwell. There's the trunk of my tree. Now the first layer is going to be built like this. I'm going to take a Travis brick. I'm going to use Reddish Brown for this. Green would also work, but I think these are kind of rare in green if they even make it, and kind of expensive, so brown is a little bit more common. And I'm going to put these dark green 1x1 rounds with open studs on all 4 sides. And then I'm going to take these vine pieces. These are just in regular green. They also make them in dark green and brown, and I'm sure some other colors, but that's the only colors I own them in. And I'm going to put these all the way around it. Now for these first layers, the Travis brick is going to be in this orientation. So this is right side up. The vines would face upward. Now on this tree, they're actually going to stick downward like that. The next layer is very simple because it's identical. Exact same thing. I've got the Travis brick, 1x1 rounds with open stud. As always, I have a full parts list listed down in the description, just like I do in all my Tree Sculptor series videos. And this layer is just going to fit right on top of this one, right in the center. And now for our next layer. Now the next layer is just going to be slightly different. A couple less pieces. We're going to take our Travis brick, still in this orientation, and we're going to put the vines directly into the Travis brick with no 1x1 round plates, just so they go a little bit closer in to the tree trunk itself. Now I'm not going to put that on yet because I still need to attach it to the next layer, and the next layer is actually going to be flipped. So we're going to build the exact same thing as this with only one difference. The Travis brick will be right side up, not upside down. Now obviously I need a way to attach these, and that's where comes a bar piece. And here we have a 4-long bar. I'm going to put this through the top piece first. I want to leave it sticking out about yay much so that I can attach my top. I tried numerous different tops for this tree, and I didn't love any of them. I'll show you the one I came up with. I think it's pretty good, but if you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments. So now that that bar is in there, we can put this on here. We do need to be a little cautious lining these up so they don't hit the other layers. And just kind of slowly work it into place. And there we go. For the top, I just did 2 of these stem pieces, and they're going to go upside down on top. And it looks a little bit more like a conifer there, but it has a nice pointed look to it. I also tried without that bar, just having like a flower on there, a green flower. That looks okay, has a little more of a rounded top, but I think this looks the best of any of the options I tried. Again, if you have a good idea of what else could go on there, leave it in the comments. I'd love to see your ideas. So that's our first tree, and I think it looks pretty cool. Definitely got a little bit of a tropical vibe, but a lot of these trees have branches that hang really, really far down, and so I think that works really well. But the cool thing about this tree is we can actually build it the opposite way, and it also looks really good. For the trunk, it's going to be the same here, inkwell piece. The only difference is I'm going a little bit shorter on the trunk, and the reason being is because this one's not hanging down, you don't need as much trunk. So a shorter trunk I think works better on this. Of course, you can adjust the trunk or the amount of layers based on your preference. If you want a bigger tree, smaller tree, shorter trunk, whatever you want to do, go ahead. So just like the last tree, our first layers are just going to look like this. The only thing is we're not going to run them this way. We're going to run them this way. So we're going to point upward. And again, we're just going to stagger them just like that. Our next 2 layers are also going to be the same. We're not going to have the 1x1 round anymore. We're just going to have the vines directly into the Travis bricks. Just like that. And then I am going to run a bar up the middle here because I'm now working with these in the right side up orientation. So I'm going to put a 3 long bar right there. If you use a 4 long, it won't allow you to put the top piece in that I'm going to use. So I would recommend a 3 long. And then this is just going to go right down here. Again, being careful for the lower layers. And stick those together. Just like that. Now for the top here, I'm going to spread the branches a little bit so you guys can see this better. And open up that last open stud. And I'm just going to take one of these clips. This is a reddish brown clip with a bar on it. I'm just going to sneak that down in there, and I'm going to put it at an angle and push it all the way down. And then one final vine, I'm just going to stick right into that clip, and that will make the top of our tree. Let's move our branches back into place. I think that looks great. I can't determine which one of these I like more, to be honest with you. I like them both. They both have their own characteristics. As you guys might know, trees often grow very upward and very linear toward the sun, and trees often have droopy branches. Now, there are a couple other ways we can build this. This particular version, I think, looks really good as a shrub. So if you just take, this is just the top 2 layers, not the bottom, but the exact same design as this tree and no trunk. This makes a nice little bush. I think it looks really cool. A couple other things you can do if we want to mix up the color a little bit. I could take a layer of brown and let's do this on the hanging down one. I get the feeling when plants have hanging branches, often the outer ones cover the inner ones and the inner ones become dead. So this might have some dead undergrowth. So let's take this brown one and just kind of weave it down here on the bottom layer of this hanging one. I think that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. And then I have a layer here of dark green, which I think might look good on this shrub. Give it a little more accent when it's closer to the ground, maybe a little more shadow. Maybe some older growth. Oh, I like that a lot too. There you go. So like I always say in these videos, the point of these videos is to give you the concept. Obviously, there's a million different ways you can build this style tree, but do it how you like it. You might like it taller, shorter. You might like it fatter, skinnier, no trunk, tall trunk, whatever works for you. It's for your mock. It's for your creative mind to do whatever it wants with it. So as always, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and do more just like this in the future. That's all I have for this time, and we will see you next time.